Yo, welcome to Nice Effects. We're on the east side, East 56th Street, 1st Avenue. We're on a summer tour. It feels like summer. It's 80 degrees, believe it or not. So it's Tuesday, October 22nd, 2024. Let's get it. Oh man. How you doing, Zambrano? It's 80 degrees, man. Can't believe it. I don't have too many days like this left. I think it's supposed to run the rest of the week like this. It's about 80 degrees. I'm gonna try to take advantage of it while it's here. Because usually around this time of the year, it's chilly. We had a big chill for a while. It was like 40 degrees. And the temperature picked up, which is odd. It's 50 degrees this morning. Got packed the bike lane in, and we coming uphill. That's one of the reasons why they created the bike lane, because cars and trucks can't really catch the bikes coming. So with the bike lane, they can see the car or truck or bus is gonna make the turn, because they can see, see how wide the bike lane is. It's just as wide as a car. A car can run up and down this lane. How you doing, John? John is in the house. Hey, John. John, we on East 55th Street, 1st Avenue. A lot of city bikes is on this path, and this is coming up here on 1st Avenue. Most of these bikes now, they electric assist, so you can still pedal them, and you can use the electricity on them when you don't feel like riding like these uphills. See how wide the bike lane is, so when these cars are gonna make the turn, they won't hit the bikers. That's why I stopped here, just so y'all can see how big the bike lane is. So there's a lot less accidents. Because before the bike lane, cars would just make the turn, without looking so much. So that knocked down a lot of, mainly a lot of messengers were getting hit, bicycle messengers. Because, they do that for a living, so they're constantly on the bike, and then some of them drive, they ride reckless too. They make fast turns, because they're on the bike. You don't think much of it until, you cut off a car or a bus. You can actually cause an accident, because the car or bus can, they're trying to avoid you, and they could cause an accident with another car. And the bike is not going to stop. They're just going to keep riding off. They're not going to stop. But that's one of the reasons why they made these bike lanes mandatory throughout the city. They're popping up almost everywhere. They just started a bike lane on 6th Avenue. It's been there for a while, but they extended it further down you know, going downtown. But one of the downsides of the bike lane is people stand in it when they gonna cross the street. You have people there just stand in the bike lane like it's a regular sidewalk, and it's not. So they cause accidents also.
Are you at Katie's or
Well, it works out for everybody, I guess. One of the things too with the bike lane is painted green. And being that it's painted, it gets slippery when it's wet. Mainly bicycles don't have to worry about it. Before, at one time, they was taking some type of, I don't know, sand and mixing it with the paint. Then they paint it down, you know, lay it down on the ground and everything. And it was rough. So then it was grippy to a degree, but then it chips. So then they got to break it up and then lay it back down. So they just trying to figure different ways on how to make it work. So they went back to the paint for the most part. Some areas there put down the paint and the sand, and then sometimes they won't do it. Same thing with the bus lanes. Mainly the bus lanes are for exactly what it says, bus. Or emergency vehicles like the ambulance, they rarely use it, or the cops will use it sometimes. So really it's just for the buses. Because before they had bus lanes, a lot of buses used to get caught up in the traffic. And when you had express buses getting caught up in traffic, you know, it's not like it's like it's not even an express bus. So it's like a trial and error thing. But definitely the bus lanes work. So that's why they started creating bike lanes. They've been doing the bike lanes for quite some time, like over 20 years. They're putting it in areas slowly. I don't know if y'all can see how this ground is. I'll show you real quick. I don't want to stay in this lane with my head down. But this has the sand in it. It's paint and sand, or some type of gritty material. I'm in the pedestrian lane right now. This is just really for the cars. So when they get out the car, they're not directly in the green patch where they can get hit or hit a bicycle. Give you all 360. Once again, we're on First Avenue. Now, this is something I'm not sure if they're gonna tear this building down or refix it, or you know, like rebuild it up. It has its original windows, so this building, it must have been vacant for a real long time. Hardly any building that's standing like this, which is probably over 100 years old. Look at that. It has its original windows. So I don't know if they're gonna knock it down, remodel it, I don't know. There's definitely nobody living in it. Not even a storefront. I can imagine how long it's been vacant. Probably over 20 years. Because any building they put up, even the new buildings, like I'll show you, I mean, not a new building, but really even the old buildings that have people living in it. I'll show you one right now. This is the old building, but it has modern windows in it, as you can see, compared to the other building. See, the other one had like multiple pane glass. Big difference. Those are the original windows to that building. And those are new windows. Those are double pane windows. It's like each one has 2 panes of glass. It's like weather proofing the building. They did that to where I live. Took out all the old windows that was made of wood, like the one I was just showing you. And then they just put the ones that made of metal. And it's double pane. Man, this bike lane is busy. Well, we're going down. They're going downhill now, so I know they're loving this ride. When you gotta pedal uphill, you ain't got the motor skills for it. Right. Here's another set of buildings. I'm not sure if they're gonna stay up or they're gonna tear them down. See? That building, that grayish looking building, round, that has new windows. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. You see a scaffolding around it. Anytime you step out, just like the way I'm stepping out now, look both ways. Somebody could be riding up the hill. So even though I'm always carrying the camera facing forward, I still look both ways just in case. Usually nobody's gonna ride uphill. You can never tell. Man, it's beautiful out today. Like I said, it's like 80 degrees. Insane. This is a new building itself. Residential. This is something they've been adding on each avenue also. These, I don't know what you would outright call them. How you doing, Malou? Like pieces of sidewalk, I guess. Now that's the fire department. Somebody who's in a rush and they want to get through traffic, they usually will follow right behind them. Running red lights and everything. And then wherever they find where they want to stop, then they'll just turn off. They'll ride right behind them. So you know, anytime you see the bike rack, you find out where you're at.
Where we at?
Turtle Bay. I ain't never seen a turtle around here. I don't know where they get the name from. Oh man. This is another business that be popping up everywhere. Smoke shops. I don't smoke, so it doesn't mean nothing for me. But they closed down some of these smoke shops too. I think there's only a certain amount allowed. I really was supposed to be in the West Village. And then this girl threw another job on me. So that's why I'm all the way on the east side. Had an extra job to do. I was trying to get off early. They even put a sign on here saying wrong way for bicyclists if they going downhill. Like we're on the hill right now. I'm trying to make this a one-way street for the bicyclists and not two. This should have been a good day off. Man, the bikes are out. Most of these people is probably just getting off work, trying to get around town without taking the bus or the train. In fact, we're gonna walk over. We're gonna cross town. Looks like a convoy over here. So it must be some type of diplomat. Because they have a German flag. All of them got a German flag on it. As you can see the colors. Maybe it's a diplomat. It says Royal Connection. Let me see if I can zoom it in. I won't have to spell it all out for you. Somebody's new and important in town. Got a motorcade. They probably already did what they had to do already. It's probably a German embassy over around here somewhere. I think this is it. I can't read German anyway. That might be a German embassy. You usually see a motorcade like that. Well, it's accompanied by a police car, but there's nobody in it. That's a police car, unmarked. Has one of those little discs on the back. I'm not gonna go over there. But see that little disc on the trunk? That's how you know a police car. One of the ways. And then they'll probably have a police car in the back of the motorcade. I mean, the weather's perfect, man. It's insane. There's no wind. I don't know the humidity level. Man, the summer should have went by like this. It was raining a lot. Humidity was kind of really high. Right now, it's been, I think this whole week is gonna be nice. This is another thing you see a lot of that's been popping up lately, like bike shops. We always have bike shops, but they've been popping up a lot since the migrant situation picked up. Because we have a lot of people doing deliveries for like Grubhub, you name it. And stuff I've never even heard of. I never use it, but that's why you see a lot of people on bikes also. It's because of that reason. Another new building right here. I don't think it has that many tenants in it right now, but that's a new building. The one with the round corner. That emerald green truck, that truck right there that has to deal with lighting. For like studios, when they do work outside, like generators for the lights for movie sets. We on East 49th Street and 2nd Avenue, so the traffic is going downtown. Starting to feel like the 1990s with a lot of pizzerias opening up. That's another thing I see, a lot of pizzerias. They're starting to pop up all over the place. Barbershops. He's wild. Thrift shops. You know, like secondhand stores, mainly clothing stores, like secondhand clothing stores. They call them thrift shops. And those are popping up a lot. You'll see a lot of that in New York. Well, mainly Manhattan. That's why I mainly see it. So we're in a rush hour. That's why you see so many cars. Bus taking his turn. Look at all these bicycles. A new headache for the bus drivers and the cars. The bike lanes. Sound like a bird. Oh, I don't know, a bird horn. That was different. You be looking for Tweety Bird. Here come a guy on a scooter. This is another one that doesn't close down. Nail salon. Liquor stores don't close down. I like the way Verizon did this. They ain't put no light on it. But y'all can't really see it. It's glaring through the phone. There's one of another things that's popping up everywhere, like juice bars. Jamba Juice was doing well for a while, and they started disappearing. I don't know. The pandemic kind of worked both ways. It hurt some people and it helped some people.
Ahorita sí tuviste suficiente.
When you're gonna make a turn, you can do it in the bus lane, but you can't stay in the bus lane. See what they're doing now, they're doing it right. Because they're making a turn. But if you stay in the bus lane and you ride the whole bus lane, that's when you get a ticket. We're gonna walk over to 3rd Avenue. You know, YMCA across the street. They're trying to make a comeback for the past few years. They started even to advertise. This is where we're at the moment. I don't know if YMCA is still free. Or was it ever truly free? I don't know. I never went in before. But that's the YMCA. Go there to get your workout on. Village People made a song about it back in the 1970s. More like the, I don't know what you would call it, the late 70s, like 77, 78. Village People made a song about YMCA. Back then I was just too young for that anyway. I was a kid. So we're not walk, as you can see, we're not walking a straight path. We're like zigzagging through the neighborhoods. And taking these off blocks, like off the main roads, to get to the other main roads, which is next is 3rd Avenue. I'm not sure what events is coming up this weekend. I gotta check. That's double. Almost like 2 buses into one. Got like a swivel point in the middle. So there's 3 parts of the bus that you can get on. The front, the middle, and the back. Somewhat the back, but you know, not all the way to the back. They didn't create a bus lane, a bike lane on this avenue yet. They probably will down the road. You gotta map it out first. Not a sure thing, but this is what I might be doing next. Yeah, man. Tailor-make clothes. I found a spot in the garment district. I think it's on 37th Street. It's called the Sewing Center. You can take classes on how to sew. Even if you want to, from beginners to advanced. You can get as good as you want to get. Depends on how far you want to take it. If you want to learn how to like copy suits or copy clothing, they show you that too. I think it's like $80 or something like that. But each course is a little different. You know, so it's best to take the beginner's course. This is another thing that pops up a lot. Japanese grocery stores. I'm telling you, when they open, they don't close. They don't close. You know Japanese. Open a store, a grocery store. They seem to always do well. I haven't seen one that had a problem yet, and they always packed with people. I don't know about prices. I've never actually stepped in one. We're on Lexington Avenue right now. But I've never stepped into one and looked around and checked for anything. 'Cause I don't even know what to get other than a drink, like a soft drink. We're on East 47th Street and Lexington Avenue. This is another thing I have yet to find out. What is this? See that margin in the ground? I don't know what it's used for. That's only around this area, which we're on Lexington Avenue, and it's on Park Avenue. Only in certain areas I see this. Look at this. And this also.
I don't really know any of them, dude.
Made a mistake. I gotta turn it around. See that patch in the ground? I don't even know what that's for. It's not a manhole. Fire truck. That's the Chrysler building, not the Empire State. I'm just hypothetically speaking, when I divide it in the ground, I think they use it for a wall. Or maybe like a gate of some kind, and they probably just continue using it. But it's been in the ground for who knows how long. And you think even when they were, how would you say, when they're gonna repave the roads, lay down new asphalt, you think they would lift that up? They don't. They work around it, and they keep it. So, really don't know what it is, but that's what it looks like. See, it's in the ground and the street. See, look at it, it even got ribs to hold it in. So it probably has something to do with closing a block off. It's almost 6 o'clock. So the rush hour crowd is starting to wind down. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Joe is in the house. By the way, he's not your average Joe. And he's the moderator for this channel. So Joe, we on East 45th Street, Lexington Avenue. We're just walking around. I only got less than an hour. Probably got another 15 minutes of sunlight. So the sun's started coming down around 6. Less than that. It's almost 6 o'clock right now. So maybe in another 10 minutes it'll be gone. As you can see, the lamp pole lights is popping on. This is an express bus. You gotta pay extra for this. If I'm not mistaken, it's $7.50. Not too sure. I've never taken one. Yeah, it's $7. I probably jinxed the whole situation. $7.50. Okay, we will increase it. That express, that bus lane works. It definitely works for them. Big time. Like this wasn't always like this. This patch of ground I'm walking on with the flower pots in it, this didn't always exist. This is something they added like quite a few years ago, maybe like 10, 15 years ago. Like I said in one of my other live streams, they do stuff like this to benefit the crowds, and hoping what they're really trying to do is prevent people from driving their cars. Like if you don't really need your car to come here and you can take the public transportation, that's why they're basically doing it. I mean, the less cars in the city, less traffic. Doing a 180. Everybody's still doing the hustle and bustle. It's when the restaurants will start filling up, the bars and whatnot. Everybody just got off work, and that's what they do. Right now we're in the front of the Chrysler building. I'll show you that in a few seconds. Of course, you're not going to see the top of it because we're up too close. I'll show you the top since all the big buses are coming.
Like if you go.
How you doing, Miss Gardenia? So 405 Lexington Avenue, 42nd Street. Chrysler building. It's a lot of people out because the weather's so nice. Like I said, it's around 80 degrees. So we're talking like 77, 79. I believe it's supposed to be like this for the rest of the week. We're in Tuesday. And this is October 22nd. You know that's rare. The rest of the week is supposed to be like this too. I gotta see how the weather's gonna be for whatchamacallit. Can't get it right now. Halloween. I'll find out how that's gonna be. Hopefully it's good, like today. And this guy's blasting music. So I gotta turn around. See how far he's gonna go up. I'm trying not to turn the microphone off. That's why I stop and turn around sometimes so the mic won't get hit by the music. Thanks for letting them know, Joe. In fact, we're gonna go inside.
Attention Harlem non-commute.
Yeah, that's why I left. I couldn't really tell if it was buffering after a point. I kept seeing that signal. So let me leave. It should be back to normal. But the weird thing is, when it's uploaded, the buffering may not even show up on the video when I'm done. I don't know, we'll probably see what happens. Okay, people. Grand Central Station. I'm a little bit too close. In the Chrysler building. This out. I don't know how long it's been here. Almost look like a phone booth. you get it, when you watch the video playback, you can pause it and read it. That's why I show stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. How does a guy like that get covered like, hey, I'm not going to be doing all that out?
This used, well, I mean, it's the MetLife building. It used to be the Pan Am building. So it's 3 in 1. MetLife building, Grand Central Station. Chrysler building. So this is Vanderbilt Avenue. It says right here. It's likely that's Gloria Vanderbilt's name. She also have a street name, Avenue, in Staten Island. I mean, it just says Vanderbilt Avenue. It's a family thing with the name thing.
I take this so for granted. I love it.
Oh, the lights in that bike. I like it when it's like that. No noise, they're not playing no music. Just have your bike looking pretty. That's it. You see the weather for Tuesday. Alright, I just changed. I'm not gonna wait for it to come back on. We had the whole week's weather. It's TD Bank. How you doing, RJ? I thought they would have paved this road by now. So he ran the light, that's why he's stuck here. As soon as people see that walk sign, that's it. They're gonna start walking right away. You're not gonna care if you're driving, you're in the middle of the street. All they gotta do is wait for a few seconds and let you go by. They're not gonna do it, man. As soon as that walk sign says walk, everybody just starts speed walking. So obey the traffic rules. And hope you don't get caught in the middle. Because if a cop sees that, then that's a ticket. So we're still on 42nd Street. We're heading towards 5th Avenue. think this is a sports ball.
At the age of 25.
Yeah, this is a sports bar of some kind. Not really enough light to show you everything. They even got a bowling alley. You kind of like don't want to show this.
So it's gonna be like
People right at the window. They got a bowling alley. Wow, I didn't know they was cracking down on the pedicabs. Well, maybe not enough of them know. Or they just take the gamble, you know, of blasting the music all the time. But really, back in the 80s, that was considered a nuisance. You used to get a ticket for that. You know, they don't do that anymore. You couldn't just, back in the 1980s, you couldn't blast music or the 90s. I didn't really start seeing that until after the pandemic happened. That's when it was almost like anything goes, you know, blasting music and all that kind of stuff. They was only doing it to guys who had supercars, but not really the bikes. At least I didn't see it. Across the street is Bryant Park and the New York Public Library. I'm not gonna go in there in that area. Yeah, a guy right now blasting music on one of the pedicabs.
what I was really signing up for.
Well, you can't see the Empire State Building from here because there's a building blocking it. Well, it's not completed, but that's what's blocking it. You used to be able to see it. So we're walking up Fifth Avenue. Robert Moses was a famous developer back in the 50s and 60s. And I believe he was the mayor of LaGuardia. They used to go back and forth with the, the banter, fighting, until Robert Moses got so powerful as to pick and choose what he wanted to do. And that's what happened. That's why you got he shut a lot of people out of homes and everything. Mainly like the old brownstones in Brooklyn. When you see those highways, the highway on running through Brooklyn, it used to be all homes. People used to live in that area. And they built up highways for it. Hook and Ladder Company 2. No big numbers for that one. Robert Moses was a class act with all of that stuff he was talking. You can look him up, Robert Moses. Like I said, he was a developer. What he was trying to do at one point, he was trying to run a highway through the West Village. And he got a lot of flack from that. That was really gonna knock a lot of people out of homes. What he already did to Brooklyn, he's gonna do the same thing to Manhattan. That's why the highway's on the perimeter of Manhattan. It doesn't run straight through. So when you come in Manhattan and you want to get on the highway, you got to go, to the end, close to the water. Well, basically, you're practically on the water when you go to the Hudson River and the West Side Drive or the FDR. When you take one of those two, you're on the perimeter of Manhattan. So there's no highways running through. Plus, he wanted to run a double lane. Just like they did in, I think in California, where you have one lane on top of the other. It'd be like one here, and then there's another one. 2-level highway. He wanted to run that through the West Village. I can't remember the lady's name. Man. But she stopped him. She got a whole bunch of people to back her up. Lucky she did. Well, here's a view. It's not too bad. Empire State Building. But when these developers put a plan together, they introduce it to the city, that's not something that just happens, Like for instance, when they put up the Hudson Yards, when that was put together, when you go to the Hudson Yards, let's say you're in a train station You're gonna see they still got fluorescent bulbs. Nobody uses fluorescent bulbs anymore. That's how long it's been, and it was in the making of them putting Hudson Yards there. So they had to go with the plan of using fluorescent bulbs rather than LEDs. So that's how you know, oh, this wasn't done like in 2 years or something like that. That development was done in like well over 10 years. Because one of the first things they started putting up was the train station, the number 7 line. And I was working that area, the Hudson Yards area, before it was called the Hudson Yards. I was working in the area since 2008. And they was working on, I think they was working on the number 7 lines then. And they was breaking ground. And what they was doing, when you get there, you would hear, you won't outright hear the blast, like dynamite blast, but you would hear a whistle. And then, you know, the crew would get quiet, and then you'll just hear a rumble. You won't hear a blast, you'll just hear a rumble. And we kept hearing that on a regular. That was a common thing you just kept hearing. You hear the whistle sound, and then they'd slow their dynamite. Because Manhattan is on bedrock. So that's why they put so many tall buildings here. And they don't put buildings made of wood. You're not gonna find a wooden building. I mean, unless it's 102, like 200 years old or something like that. All the buildings here are stone, steel, and glass. Well, glass came later. Jane Jacobs, that's the name. I couldn't get it. I kept saying something else, but I know I was wrong. See, that's why you gotta hire Joe. You gotta have Joe as your moderator. Yeah. I can't remember Shirley Hayes, but Jane Jacobs. That's the name I kept trying to get. Couldn't get it in my head. But she was sticking up for the West Village. She was doing that. Diamond District. You see those globes. We're gonna take a walk through the Diamond District. It's so late, you ain't gonna see anything. As in diamonds. Even got a speed trap here. Check that out. So when you're coming in, they know what speed you're riding at. And look who's here for it. Go over the speed limit, these lights is gonna take you down because they got the radar on you. These look like one of those insect lights they use. I don't know if y'all can see it that well. But that's what it looks like. Like one of those insect lights. Turn it on and the insects fall in a dish. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I thought most of the stores had been closed by now. Come here and get iced out. If that's your thing. I used to have a gold bracelet. But that was about it.
He's the guy in the back recording. Yo, if I don't do that shit, no, it's gonna have to go to the barbershop.
See, most of the stores are closed now. They got to do that every day. Fill the window up, empty it out. Every day. See? They got to fill all of that up early in the morning.
Down.
Oh, when I was at the New York Comic Con, I saw two of the cast of Good Times. Jimmy Walker, you know, JJ, and Michael Evans. Those are two I remember that was there. I don't think I got them on video too tough. And I forgot that guy. I can't remember his name right now. Guy from Last Dragon, he was there. He had a table right next to the Good Times cast. So if you haven't already, I put up a long form video of New York Comic Con. Got your sparkles. Says the world's largest jewelry exchange. Pretty sure I can't really see the sign that well. It's so dark. The storefront looks pretty big. I would probably have to walk in here with a GoPro. They'd probably be like, no cameras, no cameras, guy. Sounding like Bill Cosby. Man, if you see Thelma is like, she's damn near 70 years old. She looks incredible. She's the only one that still looks like really good. Like she barely aged. One of the few that, you know, didn't go bad. We're on 6th Avenue and 47th Street. As you can see, it was only a block long, Diamond District. Somebody blast the music, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Yeah, blow the horn, knock that music out.
And on purpose, I go for a pause and she go like this. And like the athlete vibe, I always prefer.
What happened here that they got the guardrails up. Well, what's the sign on the other side? Take a look. They had a film shoot. Oh, it's Fox News. All right, I knew it was something. Usually don't have just the street blocked off like this. Maybe they have some type of event going on.
I know. So like my girls
So this is where we at the moment. I almost rode my skateboard today. I was gonna ride with the fellas. I said, lucky I didn't in a sense. 'Cause I had gotten an extra job thrown on me. I probably wouldn't have made it. Yeah, I probably would have. Trying to keep up with everybody with the speed they ride at. Probably been a little difficult. 'Cause usually when I meet up with them, we get there at 7 and we take off around 8 o'clock. I usually try to get there as early as possible so I can relax. Maybe get something to drink or eat. Relax my muscles and then so I can take off with them. I don't want to get just got there and then we got to take off in 10 minutes. Check this out, some type of ice cream spot. I think they're playing music, so I'm not going in. You got all kind of celebrities. I see Marilyn Monroe and a few others. They have a bar like that sells alcohol, and then they have chairs in there for, I don't know, ice cream. That's different.
Oh yeah, he's walking around like the king of Miami. What's up?
And now we're heading to the square. Like you didn't know. Go to Maybach with no music. So I'm about to turn the microphone on. You mean Crooklyn? See if I can walk up the steps. Probably not. Check it out though. Once again, if you're new to this channel, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel, or Joe is going to chin check you. But it would be greatly appreciated. Tune in for the action. Yeah, I talked too soon. I was thinking there's no break dances. I think they're setting up. Yep, as I see some break dances. Yeah, the steps kind of look packed. Oh, what's his name in here? can't get his name. New York Vlogs. Yep. He's out. So what I did different when I was going to the whatchamacallit, New York Comic Con, I didn't have to wait. Like last year, I had to wait like a half an hour for somebody to sell their tickets to me because everybody was scared of me. I mean, I was gonna pay them. So what I did different this year, I said, well, let me write it on a sheet of paper. I will buy one ticket. You know, in less than 5 minutes, I think it was 3 minutes of putting the sign up. A couple came over to me and they sold me their tickets. I said, you take 20? They said, yeah. And the guy wanted to sell me his. I was like, I just need one ticket. I don't need two, but you know, that was cool. But the downside, what I saw was, and I ain't never seen ticket scalpers in the train station. And when I came up the steps, I saw like 4 guys. They was trying to get the tickets for free. They was trying to basically hustle the people out of their tickets, saying, well, you're not at the con now, you're not coming back. Give me the tickets since you're not using it. I'm like, what? I don't know. So nobody sold them this. Well, when I was there, nobody was like trying to give them tickets. I mean, if you have a ticket, why would you just give it away to somebody who's gonna sell it? Somebody who's trying to make a hustle out of it. Yeah, New York Live. I couldn't get his channel. I always confused him with the other guy, New York Vlogs or something like that. I confused their channels, the names of their channels. I know who they are. Yeah, so that kind of caught me off guard. With the ticket scalpers being in the train station. Usually they're around the Javits Center and they're trying to sell or get some type of tickets. I don't buy from them. You know, I'm definitely not buying from them. I'd rather buy from somebody who came from the con. And they're not gonna keep the badges. You know, I'd rather buy from them. Those guys who's hustling the tickets, you don't know if they stole it. You know, you don't know how they got it. You said that is vlog, New York vlog. Okay. Yeah, that's a breakdance group across the street. Man, it is nice. Can't believe I gotta work tomorrow, rather the rest of the week. It's almost 7 o'clock. And I got there around 2:30-ish, like around 2:30. And I stayed until it ended, which is like 7 o'clock. I might start leaving early if I go next year. I'll probably leave early. Try to get there maybe like 1 o'clock, 1:30. And some people go real early as soon as it opens. They go in, check out what they wanted to see, and then they leave. You know, that's what some people do. Or some people have no choice. They probably have to go to work. Usually when I go, I try to stay the full time I'm there, from open to close. Nobody around here with snakes and birds?
This way? Yeah, but Joe, don't trust me.
I mean, there's no wind or anything. It's just like perfect. I got a jacket and a hat on. I probably overdressed. DMC was at the New York Comic Con from Run DMC. DMC was there. Daryl McDaniels. He's pretty much there every year selling his comic book. Yeah, I'm not going to try to go up there now. Well, at least the spot I want to go to. On the red stairs, it's crowded. Only two big things I know that's coming up. Halloween Day Parade, Thanksgiving Day Parade. Just thinking about calling out for Halloween Day Parade so I can be out there early and walk around the village. Even though the parade starts around 7 o'clock, they usually start late like most parades do. Yeah, probably start around 8. Horse policeman. I never see them ride the horses in the village, in like the West or the East Village, but I always see the trucks that carry them. I don't get that. And they always on 8th Street when I see them. Man, it's so nice outside, you might fall asleep. If you sit down, it's that comfortable. Okay, people, I'm about to close out. Once again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you on the next one. Day or night. Thanks for tuning in. If you're subscribed already, that's greatly appreciated. And like I said, stay tuned for more. And just gonna check the comments, make sure I ain't miss anybody. Yeah, that's right. Like and subscribe, it's free. Yep. All right, people, y'all take it easy.